Right, so Asari Bediako has joined me for sports. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Israel.
All right, so one of the stories that's going on right now, it's it's in the Euros,
Yes.
and apparently against the round of play,
Germany, obviously.
how's it fake?
No,
Oh yes.
How can a dominant team be trailing?
But it's not. I mean, you can't write them off at the moment because the Germans, we know the way they play. I mean, and if they're dominating, there's the GFA tango with some clubs.
Two clubs have threatened to pull out of the Ghana Premier League, and the communications director of the Ghana Football Association says they will accept their decision.
And that has sparked quite an outrage. And I was social media people are talking about it.
Want to be.
You bring us the details.
Okay, so it's not time for sports here on Johnny's Prime with me, Asari Bediako. First sport of call, the Ghana Premier League. And New DBS United and Techiman City FC have in recent days threatened to pull out of the competition because of lack of a headline sponsor. And communications director of the Ghana Football Association, Ibrahim Sani Dara, says the local football governing body will accept the decision of the two clubs.
About 10-15 years ago, and since independence, the league in this country was played without a sponsor. They played the league. We have now brought the culture of sponsorships here.
They are used to it now.
Well, and if you are used to it, you do it and you protect it. Which potential sponsor would want to come on board on a product that the participant says he wants to pull out? So we must rid our game of these people. If they cannot play, if they don't have the wherewithal to participate in the competition, they are better off sitting at home and let those who are capable come on board so players can be paid decent wages and all. One of the conditions of playing in the league is not having a sponsor. Nobody signed up to say that I'm coming to play in the Ghana Premier League because there's a sponsor.
But they say it's your responsibility.
You come absolutely. If we do that, it's top up. What are they doing about also expanding their basis of revenue? Do we employ the players on their behalf? They do it by themselves. If, let's say, the Yam Sellers Association at the Malata market decide to form an association and you don't run your company well or you don't run your yam store well, you say you are closing down. If the Yam Association doesn't look for a sponsor to come and support you, you are not running your yam company well. Say they should close down, otherwise you leave the association. Go. There are many women around the country looking to buy a store there and come and sell.
So the FA is not really worried that those who want to pull out.
We want those who are not capable. Those who are not capable and they think they don't want to play, they should go. They should write to the General Secretary of the Football Association, who will happily accept the letter. We have tried desperately hard to bring in sponsors. The least you can do is to discourage sponsors, and one of these measures is to go in public and say, I won't play. Which potential sponsor would want to come in when he knows that people will come in the middle of the season and say, I won't play? Their actions are rather damaging it instead of repairing it, and we are not interested in people who damage our brand. We are interested in people who foster the brand, who would also look for alternative measures. Whilst they are talking, other clubs are looking for sponsors. House of Oak have got Goyle as their sponsor. Ashanti Gold have about 4 or 5 sponsors. There are many clubs. Just a few days ago, Cocoa for Ghana came on board from Holland to sponsor Wafa. Everybody is putting his shoulder to the wheel. And you say you want to pull out, we'll accept your letter. And you go. 48 clubs are fighting to come.
Let's go to the Accra Sports Stadium, shall we? Just in case you've not heard, electricity supply to the edifice was cut on Tuesday because the National Sports Authority owes the Electricity Company of Ghana over 700,000 Ghana cedis. Now, Director General of the National Sports Authority, Joe Penge, has been providing details.
Talking about Accra,
Just Accra.
Just Accra. We have already been servicing a bill of over 160,000 of arrears as at last year. But they have just delivered a bill that has over 700,000. So we have not been aware of that, even though we knew, apart from servicing the arrears, we should be having some new bills, but we were not expecting that it would be close to 800,000. Definitely, we have been consuming electricity, and you appreciate that recently everybody has been complaining about how exorbitant the bills have become. So we believe that is also one of the reasons that we have come to that amount. We rely on electricity to run everything. We cannot live in the office without the nature, by the nature of the stadia, it will be difficult to stay in the offices without air condition. We need lights to write. We need light to run our computers to be able to communicate, to even word process letters to those we have to communicate with. And so in various ways, of course, also those who are our tenants who have rented shops here, they need electricity to operate. So work has virtually grounded to a halt.
Let's talk South American football now. And after failing to lead Argentina to win the 2016 Copa America Centenario, Lionel Messi quit national team football, and a few days later, the head coach Gerardo Martino stepped down, and FIFA is at the moment investigating the country's football association, which has been in disarray since the death of former President Julio Grondona. And Argentine football legend Diego Maradona is worried over the crisis which has hit the football in Argentina. Germany's Angelique Kerber prevented a fifth All-Williams Wimbledon final after beating Venus Williams in the semi-final. Go to myjoyonline.com/sports for more sports news. You can follow us on Twitter at JoySportsGH. On Facebook, find us at Joy Sports. Joy News Interactive is next here on Prime. My name is Asai Bediako. Have a nice evening.